Good evening, everyone. This is Dominic McGee, and I am the Woman of Gold. And okay, I gotta start.
Blooper.
I was. My name is Dominique McGee, and I am the Woman of Gold. And today I have my guy of gold. What's your name?
Corey McKee.
And today we are going to discuss love, marriage, and careers. We just had our 2-year anniversary, woohoo, a few weeks ago. And so I thought it would be a good idea to just show you another piece of my life, bring you into the world of marriage and some ups and some downs that there are when it comes down to just family life and careers, because I am a wife who works, and so yeah, so I'm gonna get into a few questions. Ready?
Let's get him. Let's get him.
Make sure you talking loud.
Let's get it started.
Okay. The first question is, how does your relationship compare to God? I guess God's love.
Yeah, God's love is important. Well, it all ties in with God's love, the way you treat your wife. Man, it's just so many things that can be said when it comes down to trying to compare those two, because we're imperfect and God is perfect, and we're gonna make mistakes, and that's what we have to understand when it comes down to marriage. That like, as me being a husband, I gotta understand that my wife gonna make mistakes, and I can't get mad at the fact that she is imperfect. I still gotta love her unconditional. That's when the unconditional love sits in. Because we forget that sometimes, and we can stumble and fall over that because our own selfish ways. But yeah, that's basically how I would put it if it comes down to trying to compare those two. Yeah.
So what I would say, how I would answer that question is, okay, I think about our relationship as individuals with God. Like, God is the one who trains us up. Like, once we recognize who He is, and once we accept God as our Savior, and so after we accept God, the things that we shouldn't do, we feel conviction about it, and after the conviction, it brings us closer to God. And so I will say that that's the same in our marriage, because for me, if there's certain things that like for example, if I yell at my husband or something like that, I feel, because I know that I've learned and I've grown as a wife, and I know that it's wrong to do that. Like, I'll get a holy conviction about it, and to me, that's the example of how my marriage in particular, ties into our relationship with God.
Yeah. The way I'm learning how to deal with it is to give myself some time if I do get frustrated, or come to her on the calm side and just be like, you know what, this is, we having a disagreement right now, but let's find a way to come together on at least one thing, so we can, because even if the small things matter when it come down to disagreement. If you get where you talk to the person, the kind of things you can say to the person, which ties into the same thing, but Really based on how you talk to the person. Don't yell, don't raise your voice, don't start cussing, or just saying little weird stuff that'll tick a person off. Like, don't do that. Whatever ticks you off, you shouldn't do that to that person. But it's common sense. So I think that's the greatest point for me, is to just keep it calm and cool and collective, and even prayer work majority, like, God, not majority of the time, prayer work all the time. Prayer work all the time. I'm sorry. Prayer work all the time. Sometimes I just pray and just keep my faith and not react, because I know my plan is not gonna work at all. Cause I be thinking in the sense of like, I'm finna snap on her now, because I'm finna snap. But I'm learning. Like, I really did learn. I grew up a lot, and there's no sense of even going down that road, because the fact that I'm not trying to lose my family, I ain't trying to lose my wife off of something that could have been fixed. You know what I mean? Get it, people? It's not about you. It's about your family. It's about your wife. Y'all building something here. God created marriage not for two, but to become one. So it's not just about you and what you was going through in the past and what caused you to react in this way and be so selfish. It's about you and your wife. Y'all one now. Y'all have to understand each other. Y'all gotta love each other according to God's word, and just applying what He's telling you, which involves all, that unconditional love thing that we're coming back to. Show that, give that.
Yeah. So along the same lines is that I'll be honest, like, our communication with each other struggled, and it all came down to the way we both grew up and how it's two different worlds coming together. And I think what I've learned within these 2 years is, and it sounds cliche, but stop always having the desire to be right. At the end of the day, like, it's more so about you all, or about us keeping our marriage together. So I could do or say something petty, but it's up to me to decide, like, okay, I'm not even gonna go there. Like, I'm not trying to be right. I'm just trying to keep this marriage together, because at the end of the day, like, you stress out, you argue, you keep going on and on with the stuff, with the disagreement, and it's like nothing comes to a resolve, and it gets worse. Mm-hmm. So now at this point, and we're still not perfect, but now at this point, it's like okay, let's, like, we can just let go, and we can move on, because at the end of the day, you forget about those arguments. The next week, you thinking, what did we argue about? And you don't even remember. You don't even remember what was the offense that caused the argument and stuff like that. So that goes to show you how petty it is compared to your marriage, compared to your godly marriage.
Right. And I can forget about that. So I can forget about the argument so fast. Unless if it's something small, I won't really react to it. But if it's something I noticed that I did wrong, and something that I may have made it worse, then it'll be an overnight thing with me. Like, I will go to sleep, wake up feeling worse than what I felt yesterday at that moment of us arguing. Like, it's important. Like, and I see why they say do not, like, don't go to sleep, if you haven't resolved the issue, because I think that's important, man. I know that it's important, because just off the way I woke up, it was just like, man, I feel so much pain in my heart. I feel heartbroken, not because of just her, but just what I've done, because I caused pain in her heart as well, and I think like sometimes when you trying to ask God for forgiveness, but you haven't forgiven the person that may have hurt you, like, I'm not saying God that wouldn't forgive you, but sometimes I think he's not gonna answer at that moment because the fact that you haven't done what you're supposed to do. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just how I look at it. That was my experience. You know, and even when I did come to her, and I apologized, and then I told her that I forgive her for what she did and stuff like that, and I show her love and stuff like that, and it's like God shined His light upon me and showed me that forgiveness that was needed in my heart. You know, it felt so good. It felt really, really good. You know, God knows exactly what He's doing. And best to just sit and listen sometimes, because we can be very selfish, very selfish, including myself. So.
The next question is, what is my favorite thing about you? What I think my favorite thing about you is your support. Especially, which means a lot to me, because I'm a creative, and often creative. Like, I always think, I'm always having new ideas pop up in my head constantly, like popcorn. And like, you never say like, no, you can't do this, like that's ridiculous, or anything like that. You always have been behind me 100% with that. And you know, I'm not used to that type of support. And so I think that's the number one thing that I love about you, is that you on board, you support me. Like for example, like when I started Woman of Gold, you gave me a new laptop, and when I was saying I need to work out, I got some more workout clothes and and stuff like that. So and not even just like monetary, just like you being that shoulder to cry on, and just being there for me. So I think that's the number one thing that I love about you.
Yeah, well, my number one thing about her is, which is very important to me, is believing in my dreams, believing in me. She's shown that, you know, before we was married, she's shown that when we were just friends. You know, she's seen something in me that I couldn't see in myself. And that was the positive side, besides the anger I was dealing with, and you know, it was just too much. It took hold of me, and she seen past all of that. And you know, of course, I got talents, I got gifts that she you know, she invested her opinions and her time in, like, Corey, you should do this, Corey, you should do this. And she pushed me, like, she actually pushed me into doing those things. And I think that's the reason why I really started entrepreneurship. And I'm getting deeper into stuff like that, and just stuff that I normally don't do. She really brought the best out of me, and you know, that's important. It's important. And it's more to come, and I see that it's more to come. And not saying God didn't play a huge part in it, which He did. He placed it in my life for an amazing reason. For me to become the man that I am today, I'm a father, I'm a husband. You know, I'm always encouraged to be the best brother I can be the best friend I can be. Like, you know, just trying to be a role model to all people, old or young. Like, it don't matter to me. That leadership sits, you know, and it's marinated. It's there, you know. And she played a big part at that, because times when I felt low and down and out, like, she was always there to lift me up and praying for me even when I thought she wasn't, you know, because I was just being hard, not just on her but on myself, you know. But she was there, you know. She was there, man. Like, and even when it came down to certain things like gifts and stuff like that, like, cause I like electronics and things like that. Like she know what I like and she'll buy it for me unexpectedly, and I'd be like, I wanted that. You get what I'm saying? She'd get that for me. Not making it about materialistic things, but she care about my needs and my wants and stuff like that. And I really like appreciate that she had that heart in her to just think about that little small stuff that really doesn't matter. She make it look like it matters a lot. So yeah.
Okay, so what do you think is the best part about marriage?
The best part about marriage is actually just the family part. The how can I say it? Being one. I always wanted to be married because my parents not married. First I seen my brother get married, and I always had a desire to get married and stuff like that. But it was always something that was always blocking that. I guess I was kind of thirsty to get married at a point in time. But then I met her, and this is just the honest note. Like, I met Dominique, and she was like, she wanted a friendship. It was important to her. If I get married, it was at a point in time, because I didn't know. At a point in time where I thought, like, after a month, I gotta be with her. You know what I mean? I gotta be with her. But she really laid that on the table, and she was just like, yo, we can't do it like that. It's just don't. And I experienced courting, friendship, which was super important. It became like really, really important. I found out what friendship was because a lot of times I didn't know who was my friend, who was really had my back and stuff like that. And she showed me a lot of that throughout the years. So I think the friendship part, being married to my friend, is the most important part. My family, I had a family, got a daughter, which is beautiful, and the love part is amazing. When you say
Sex?
no.
Oh,
yeah, but
okay.
sex is
I don't know what
amazing.
you mean by that. What you talking about?
Sex is amazing.
You
talking about love?
You talking about sex. I said one thing, and you talking about
I'm sorry.
several different things.
I got so many things. I can't just say one. She better appreciate that. She better stop playing to appreciate that, because like I just can't say one sometimes. I just can't say one. Yeah, I got many things.
Okay,
but yeah,
what did you mean by love?
the love part, like when I can walk in my home after work or wherever I came from, and like it's so much negativity outside that door, so much people that's hating you for no reason. A lot of weird things going on out there. I come home and my family like open arms, like that love. My wife, that love that she give me, like, is clearly like felt, and that is important to me. The marriage, that's what marriage is right there. When I can walk into my home and feel that love that God placed in her heart for me, like, can't do no better than that. Like, that's the blessing right there. That's just the blessing. It's a gift God gave you. Like, you can't find nothing better than love. You can't find nothing better than love. And that's the important part of marriage to me. Yeah.
So for me, I think kind of along the same lines what you said about friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate a person, like, when, let's say it's like late at night or something like that, and we still up together, just watching TV, mm-hmm. doing work, or just spending time with each other. Like, that's what I appreciate the most about our marriage, because to me, like, that's when our bond grows, because I have somebody that I could just chill with, that I could just do nothing with, and still grow.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna say this too, because you said multiple things.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm gonna say sex. I'm gonna say sex is also the one of the great parts about marriage, because honestly, like besides like spending time with each other, like our bond just grows all the more, and then you could just be free. We could just be free, So to me, we're adults. We're adults, y'all. We shouldn't be ashamed to talk about this because we're married, but yeah, those are the best parts of marriage to me, because the friendship and the bond, pretty much that's what it is.
You right.
So why do you think it's important to pursue your passion while you're married? And I'm talking in terms of like career.
Why is it important to? That's a good question. Like that's something I haven't thought about. You go first, cause I gotta have time to think about it.
I don't even think I thought about the question.
Yeah, that's a really good question though. Like, that's a really good question. Why is it important to pursue your career while you're married? I can say, man, tell me if this sounds weird, but I can say I haven't found, like, I wasn't into a lot of things when I was single, when I wasn't married, right? Like, I was procrastinating so many times, so much, to a point I couldn't get nothing done. But it makes it so much easier, and it makes so much sense when you have a wife and you have a family, right? That you trying to provide for, and you don't want to see them without, like, and the job is just not enough for you on the financial part, like, that push you to go follow your dreams and be like, I gotta do this for my family. Not just for myself, but for my family, because you're trying to set something here. You're trying to set something big that'll last long even when you leave this earth, you know?
Hey, you all. So we had to do a quick transition because my camera battery died. So the question was, why is it important to pursue your passion while you're married?
Well, what I was saying was, because I did kind of get off subject, but it was all about me saying that, a job sucks, and it's much easier to follow your passion and go after your career when you have a family, because you trying to set something big here, and you want something to leave behind to your kids and things like that, because you can't leave a job to your kids. You can't leave a weekly check to your kids. Not to your wife, nothing. You can't do none of that stuff. So I think, just to get back on subject, um, being married can pull that procrastination out the way, and all that, complacent feeling like you gotta keep working a job all the time. So, I think that's what made me follow my career. I got so many careers that I'm trying to follow,
And that's okay. You need multiple
that don't
streams of
involve
income.
that don't involve going to a class like school, But my classes is being educated by people who are already doing it, setting myself around people who are already in that position. You know, that's my training right there. So yeah, that's my answer for it.
Okay. Why is it important to pursue your passion while you're married? I think I got two answers. The number one answer is because you want to build something for your family. Like, I want my daughter to be able to have the choice whether or not, like, she wants to join in the family business, or if she wants to go and do her own thing. If she want For me, I know I'm called to entrepreneurship. So I want my daughter to be able to have that same choice, whether she wants to be groomed into an entrepreneur, or if she wants to, start her own career in some other thing. And I feel like the way and I'm no expert or anything, but I feel like the way the world is set up now is you can only you okay. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I shouldn't say that because I don't want to offend nobody.
I mean, be real.
I might edit that out.
I'm saying if it offends people,
I don't want to. Okay, so for me, like I said, I'm called to be an entrepreneur, and I want my daughter to have that choice whether she wants to go into entrepreneurship or if she wants to go to college to be a doctor or a lawyer, or if she wants to be a beautician. I want to be able to build that. And for me, because I'm called to entrepreneurship, I don't want to cap on how much money I can make. And so therefore, like what I'm saving up for my seed, like, it is there. It's not like, she's an adult now and she has to take out loans for when she goes to college. No. Like I want to be able to like set a financial foundation for my family. Another reason why I think it's important to pursue your passion while you're married is because when you're in an occupation that you actually enjoy, um you're a happier person and you bring happiness and joy back home to your family, because you're not at a job where you just plain miserable, and you bringing that home. Like pursue your passion, pursue what you're happy about. And I always tell Corey, like, I personally never discourage Corey from doing what he feels passionate about. Even if he says I want to be an astronaut, I feel like even we might not have the money right now for you to go to college to be an astronaut or something like that. But I'm still going to figure out, okay, what can we do now in order to get you where you want to be. Like I feel like there shouldn't be any like anything holding you back from pursuing your purpose.
Yeah. And I just encourage people, like, if it's something that you love to do, like, and of course there's jobs out here. You don't always want a boss on your back. Like, that's a career shouldn't be like that,
Yeah, we're called to entrepreneurship, so nothing against people that do have the 9 to 5 or anything like that.
Fine. If that's what
I'm not trying to knock it or anything like that. Just want to make a side note.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if it's something that you love to do, if it got anything to do with a job, of course, make it your own.
If you want to be a boss or if you want to do your own thing, so just evaluate it.
Yeah.
Okay. So one more thing. What advice do you have for I'm gonna say newly married couples?
Well,
go ahead. Okay, so kind of what I was talking about earlier, like, just don't, like, stop arguing about petty stuff. Because I keep thinking about we live in the south suburbs, and I keep thinking about that family who lost their father and husband in that Mercy Hospital mass shooting. He was a police officer that got shot, and he had a wife and 4 kids. And it's too many people out here becoming widows and widowers, and we still arguing about petty stuff. And even if you feel like it's not petty, like, work your problems out. Because when you start thinking about, like, okay, I'm mad at him about this. I'm speaking of wives. I'm mad at him about this. Think about, okay, what if your husband go to work and that's the last time you ever see him? You
Right.
ever see him again? Like, it's gonna really make you rethink being so upset about something small or big. Like, go to counseling. If you all keep on fighting about, like, why is this sock on the floor, and you super mad over that, that means that it's something deeper that needs to be worked out. So I encourage you all to go to counseling, and just some things could just be dropped. Like, just drop them, because it's petty.
As men, we need to start taking authority over our household. Pray, 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 and pray. Watch how we handle our wives when it come down to just when it come down to arguing, and how we handle situations, hardship in our marriages and stuff like that. All right, everybody. That concludes our Woman of Gold and Guy of Gold chat. Let this be an encouragement that you can pursue your career within marriage, and that your conflicts can be resolved because God makes all things new. Thank you for bearing with us with our many different camera changes and angle changes and things like that. Hey everybody, it's our anniversary. What's up, everybody?
We on our way to Fogo de Chao, and then after that we're going to the Tori Kelly concert. I feel pretty good.
I feel hyped.
Mine is a toothache that I'm trying to pretend like I don't have, but
We're gonna knock it out with all the fun and all the excitement.
how you feel?
I feel good. I feel excited. So
I feel excited too.
2 years in, 2 years running, forever to go.
Woohoo.
We're gonna keep going. Boom.
All right, see you guys later. We made it to our restaurant.
Check it out.
Chicken and pork sausage or something right now with my fine man. He's recording right now too.
Look at the view.
Hey y'all. This is Fogo de Chao. There's the buffet. And it's pretty much all you can eat, so I'm ready to enjoy. Alright y'all, we have finished our meal. I am full. What about you? Full, excellent restaurant. Look at this, y'all. Tori Kelly for tonight is sold out. That is our next destination. All right, see y'all later.